Whew, so good. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jarrett Weisselman. I'm the senior editor for BuzzFeed. And welcome to everyone joining us on the Yahoo stream for tonight's Teen Wolf PaleyFest panel. In June 2009, MTV announced it would be turning the 1985 movie Teen Wolf into a weekly series. People were rightly skeptical. I mean, it was a comedy with terrible effects about an overly hairy high schooler who plays basketball every week. But then executive producer Jeff Davis turned the concept on its head and produced an addictive show that was darker, scarier, and funnier than anything we could have expected. Over the subsequent 4 seasons, MTV's Teen Wolf has broken countless ratings records for the network and cemented itself as a downright obsession with every moment, episode, and flexed muscle analyzed, scrutinized, and gift out for repeated enjoyment. Thank you, Tumblr. The show also embraced the LGBT community like few others. Not only is Beacon Hills a beautifully inclusive community, but the show consistently presents one of the most progressive perspectives on modern sexuality anywhere on television. And let's not forget that Teen Wolf introduced the world to Tyler Posey, Dylan O'Brien, Colton Haynes, Crystal Reed, Holland Roden, had us Googling mythology behind kitsunes and deciphering ancient languages and wondering where styles had been all of our lives. So, to reflect on the last 4 seasons and tease what season 5 has in store for us, let's welcome to the stage Holland Roden, who plays Lydia Martin. Give it up for Shelley Hennig, who plays Malia Tate. Next up, Dylan O'Brien. Keep the screaming going for Tyler Posey. Next up, we have Arden Cho, who plays Kira Yukimura. One of the newest additions to the Teen Wolf family, Dylan Sprayberry, who plays Liam Dunbar. Of course, none of us would be here tonight without this man. It's executive producer Jeff Davis. And lastly, you know her, you love her, you miss her, Crystal Reed. Guys, give it up for Teen Wolf.
Hell yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're mic'd.
It's happening.
Keep the swearing to a minimum.
Or don't, whatever, it's the internet, it's fine.
We can swear?
I mean, I did not say that. For the record, I did not say that, MTV, if you're listening. So before, let's take this back to the very beginning, Jeff. Like I said, I mean, in 2009, there was this idea to turn this movie from 1985 into a television show. What is it that you wanted to accomplish? Because if you look at the movie, it is nothing like this television show, aside from the title.
I wanted to rip off the Lost Boys. So,
Cool.
well, actually, to be more specific, I wanted to create something that had a sense of humor. A lot of teen shows are kind of melodramatic. It's a little too much soap opera for me. And I told MTV a long time ago, I'm not sure I can do soap opera, but I can do romance, and I can do horror and comedy and thriller. And it was a way to do a fun suspense show. And it was also a way to get a show made at a time where making shows was very difficult.
Yeah.
It's a different landscape now. So it's actually nice it's sort of incredible to see that this show has gone 60-something episodes. We're going to reach episode 80 with this season. Crazy. And it's thanks to these people like sitting here.
Tyler, when you read the script for the first time, what do you remember about the pilot of Teen Wolf?
I fell in love immediately with it. One, because I was auditioning for the lead of the show. And I had never played a lead before. So I was like, hell yeah! And it was on MTV. I'm a huge MTV fan. Jackass my entire life. That was my childhood. And it just all kind of fell in line. It came in a perfect time in my life. I had been acting since I was like 6 years old, and I was always homeschooled and like always busy doing things, and I didn't have the most stereotypical child life, and like I always wanted to experience like high school and junior high as a normal kid. So like I went to high school, and I kind of lost sight of acting just a little bit, and as soon as I found my passion again, I was like, okay, high school's cool, but I gotta do something with this. You know, this is my career, my job. And as soon as I had that idea, I booked Teen Wolf like a year later, and it's everything I've ever wanted. And I read the script, and I was like, this is something I have to be a part of. And till this day, I've never been so passionate about trying to get a job. Auditioning is hard as an actor. Auditioning sucks. I hate auditioning. But I was never so passionate I was never so passionate about wanting to get a role than this, and it's everything I've always wanted. So thank you, Jeff.
Oh. Well, now you have 2 jobs.
Crystal, from the very beginning, Allison was not your typical female character on a show that would be on MTV. You'd think she was just there to service a love story, and that was never really the function she served. How important was that to you and to Jeff, I think, in the early days of building this character, of her being so much more than a quote-unquote love interest?
I think the reason why I loved Allison is because she's grounded in such a realism. And at the time that I read the pilot, there wasn't much out there for young females that felt like they were empowered, and that's why I loved it. Because in the pilot, she seems to the naked eye slightly weak, but that's not at all what she is, and she finds that through season 1, 2, and 3. And I think that's why I loved her so much, because there's so much more than meets the eye with her.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeff, what do you remember about the 4 auditions with, you know, the people who've been on the show since day 1? Were they all sort of people that from the very beginning you were like, oh, good, we can stop looking, we're all set now?
Well, Crystal is a great story because Crystal's the first one who came in to audition for the role of Allison. And I love telling the stories because every other girl who came in, I would say the same thing. Turn to Russell Mulcahy, the director and now executive producer on the show. Not as good as Crystal. Not as good as Crystal. Not as good as Crystal. Every single time. And I knew it was her from the beginning. And when they did the scene together, when we did our first chemistry read, it was sort of extraordinary to see them do it. And we still do chemistry reads. You try to pair people up and see if they'll have chemistry. And we use that scene, the animal clinic scene, where she brings the dog in, and no one's ever done it as good as them on screen.
Thank you. I'm on a leash. Because I'm a dog.
So it's amazing to see. I remember, one of my most vivid memories of shooting that pilot was seeing them do that scene together and looking in the monitor and looking up at Tyler, and I said, this is good. We might have something here. This could actually go a season.
It was a difficult scene.
Yeah.
It was freezing. Mm-hmm. And the raindrops, there was a rain machine, and the raindrops, for some reason, they put them at a very large, it was like hail.
You can't see it
there's a scene when she's outside, and she's shaking as she's saying, definitely yes. And I said to our camera people, I said, can you turn the rain down? She's dying out there, or turn the wind down. They're like, you can't see the rain if it's not pouring.
Mm-hmm. The magic of Hollywood is so glamorous. I'm curious, so, you know, when you write characters, I think you have a vision of them, but then when you have the actors come in, that vision can often change. I'm thinking maybe with Styles and with Lydia specifically, those probably were characters that may have had different arcs prior to the casting of these 2 actors. I'm curious how much they changed from your original idea of them when these 2 came on.
Well, that very much goes to the idea of an actor creating the character. You write the lines and you create the situations, but that's the actor's job to bring it to life, and they bring so much of themselves. And I think all of these actors on this stage have created their characters. We can give them witty lines and moments, but the real feeling that's communicated on screen, that comes from them. Yeah. And it's why they're sought after and why they keep being stolen away from me by movies and other TV shows.
It's very true.
Yeah. CW.
Oh my God.
I don't know what you're referring to. Dylan, you know, I think we've seen throughout the last 4 seasons your gift for physical comedy is kind of unrivaled on television right now. And I'm curious, it's a fact. Just accept it. But I'm curious, you know, how you originally view Styles when you guys were making that pilot and how you feel like that's changed over the last 4 years.
I remember when I read the pilot, I was reading it for Scott, because that was what my audition was for. But this guy kept cracking me up, named Styles. And I was just like, who's this dude? Is he like older or something, or younger? Like, I didn't understand why I didn't have an option, you know, for both of them. And so I called my manager, and I said I loved it. I was really into the pilot, and I thought it was really well written, and a great script, and a great arc, that first episode, you know? But I was like, can I go in for Styles? I just think I'd be a lot better at that. I love him, you know? So that's how that started, and I don't know, the way I see him is just so boundless and so, like, you know, he doesn't care what a single person thinks, and he doesn't filter through anything, and that's actually, like, really the one thing, because I feel like I share a lot with Styles, but I feel like that's one thing that I don't have, you know? I feel like I am a lot more pleasing to people, and, you know, and I love that he just, like, doesn't care, man. He's just gonna tell you exactly what he thinks. He's gonna call you an idiot, you know? But at the same time, he's very protective and loyal to his friends. And I guess, I don't know. I think he's one who always needs to remain consistent as far as, like, his essentials go as a character, you know? I feel like he you know, he's the glue. I like to look at him as the glue. that holds the show together is what I was, you know, or everyone in the show, you know, he wants, even now in season 5 that we're starting, you know, he wants everyone to stay together, you know? Yeah. And so you know, I mean, he's experienced a lot over the years, and he's gone through some crazy stuff. But I feel like to his core, he'll always be the same, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Holland, you know, when we were talking about characters evolving, I don't know if there's a character on the show who is more different now than they were in the pilot than maybe Lydia. I mean, it's almost as if we've gone on such a more significant journey than just a couple of years with her. You often liken it to the hatch on Lost. I would love if you could discuss the lost hatch theory when it comes to Lydia.
This was so many years ago. We discussed this. Well, first off, I actually did have an option. My agent called me and said, well, it's so weird hearing your voice echoed. I'm thinking about, like, the case over there with Neil Patrick Harris and the magic trick he did at the Oscars. That's what I keep thinking on the stage. Remember this case with all this?
I know.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And I chose the wrong character because he was, my agent, I remember it was like pouring down rain, I was driving, and he said, you can play this, I think it was off the runways of Milan, like Milan runways, i.e. like a model, and then there was Allison, this like mystery new girl in town. I was like, obviously Allison. I mean, why would you ever send me in for Lydia? And then like a month and a half later, I was in for Lydia, and after I went in for Allison and didn't get a call back. And like, we like you, but no. And I was sitting in a waiting room with a bunch of essentially models, and I was like, this isn't a joke. And then I booked it, and yeah, so I think from the very moment it evolved, you know, from this little piece of rubble with numbers on it. And yeah, I was really happy to get the role because I was employed, and at that point, and from there it's just snowballed, and I love that as like Lydia's walls have essentially come down and become more familiar with all the rest of the characters in the cast. She's able to relax, and it's not so pushed and so pronounced and overact almost, where she's constantly having something on, like a Tracy Flick-esque comparison. But as far as the hatch, it's like, because it's layers. You keep unlayering her. You know what I mean, metaphorically?
Well, you had known for a long time where her sort of eventual place she was going would be, the banshee of it all.
No, I didn't know. I had no idea.
So when did you find out the word banshee?
I don't think Jeff knew for a while. Yeah, no, you can't even.
I knew, I think as I was like screaming, I'm like, why am I screaming? Okay, I'm a banshee. Like, is it basically what happened, essentially? I mean, I remember Jeff had approached me and said, you know, how strong are your vocal cords or something like that. And I was like, why? He's like, because you won't have them at the end of the show. So yeah, that's, I mean, it was.
We warned you.
You what?
We warned you.
Yeah. I mean, it was fairly short. It was not, we didn't have a lot of notice. I remember he approached me about it at the beginning.
Holland is a prime example of an actor who, when you first start getting the dailies back, the writers sit and watch and they say, oh, she's good. Let's write more for her. And Lydia's character is, she's become such a great character because of Holland, because she inspired the writers to want to write for her. That's great acting, I think. And I love the, it's nice when it happens. I love where her character's going. She's fun, and there's some good surprises this season, too. I'll tease that the whole the big cold opening, one of the big cold openings of the season is all about Lydia, and it's really fun.
Excellent. And how are the vocal cords doing, just for the record?
We have a bank of screams.
So you don't have, okay, wait, so that mean when you're doing like stage screaming now, or is there just pretending to scream where no sound comes
more
out?
Stage scream-ish, and you want to like give it to the other actors on their coverage.
Sure.
You'll still give something, but I think like a year and a half ago I stopped screaming, something like that.
So just, for the 12 of us in the room, what does a scream without sound look like when you actually see it?
Oh, it's funny. It's like, it's like, and then I have to give something where, and then
We have werewolves that don't growl anymore, too. Hecklin would just open his
hiss,
mouth, I think. Hiss, right? The only one that still does it is Posey.
Wait, I didn't know
Tyler,
you
you
could
still
just,
do it, right?
Kind of not do it.
Shelly and I growl.
Guys, nobody told me you could just
Yeah, I don't do
face and not do the sound.
No, you gotta do the sound. I do the sound.
Okay,
You gotta
never mind.
do the sound.
Tyler does the sound, I do the sound.
Shelly does a great growl. You were kicking ass last night.
It was a great growl.
I mean, you kind of now have to do it, right? I feel like I don't want
No! Don't put him on the spot. Don't. You don't have to.
They're shooting tomorrow. They should save their
I don't know what
voices.
to
We
do.
can save our voices.
Fair.
I gotta save my voice, guys.
It's okay. One of the things that I think happens when you have a show that's mystical based is death comes to town quite a bit. And I feel like as we saw in the reel and I heard the gasping in the room, I don't think any of us are really over the death of Allison Argent at this point. I mean, it's something that, Jeff, when you and I talk, you're like, I physically can't watch that scene still. Is that true?
Yeah, and they put it in all the trailers and stuff. I'm like, do we need to use it again? And I think we did an edit of this, and I think we took it out, and the network said, can you put it back in? I was like, I can't watch Allison die again. Because I miss her. We miss Crystal. But it's hard to see one of your beloved characters die on screen. At a certain point in a show, you want to do something new and different, and isn't it great to like really shake things up? But then you go and shoot it, and you say, well, that was one of my favorite characters. Was that a good idea? But I think actually...
Yeah, maybe there's zombies one
You can always bring dead people back in Beacon Hills.
But the fact is, we got great performances, and it's a great moment. Allison dying in Scott's arms is phenomenal, and Crystal, in the moment, decided, I think I should say, I love you in it. And when I looked in the dailies, I was like, that's perfect. She was absolutely right, and it was so good.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Crystal, what was it about? I mean, obviously that was a very, integral scene to the show, the world of the show, the character. I mean, what was it about that moment that made you want to include that line, and what was it like to film that?
So we had filmed all the surrounding coverage before we had actually filmed the death part, and the death part was maybe the last day of shooting.
It was early in the morning.
Yeah, and they recreated the set on stage, and it was, so none of the elements were there for me to react to, or Tyler. But somehow I just felt really connected. I don't know why I say somehow, because I'm always really connected with Tyler. But it was difficult. It was difficult because I remember thinking of the physicality of it, and I had researched how people die, which is so morbid. But I have this obsession with like honesty and truth, and I really wanted it to look honest. And it's so many physical things happen to you, and so I was in my head about that. And then at one moment I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna do what I feel. And I love you just kept coming up for some reason, well, the obvious reason. And I kept insisting on saying it because it felt so right for me. And I said it, and that was the moment where I felt the most grief, I think, was when I said that. Because she's such an amazing character, and I felt like when she was dying, I did, and this is really, I hope this doesn't sound too cheesy, but I do feel like I sort of lost a bit of myself, you know, when a character goes, because they are a part of you. So it was sad, but I'm so happy because Tyler was there for me every second of the way, and that's all you can hope for as an actor, to have somebody be there and support you when you're in such a vulnerable moment. I don't think I ever got to say thanks, so thanks.
Oh, Krista, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Posey, there are a lot of people who die on this show, some series regular, everything from a series regular to like a random shirtless person whose name we never know. I mean, is there a process to sort of saying goodbye to actors? I mean, how do you sort of, you know, bid someone adieu when you've spent so much time?
I mean, it's difficult on this set to say goodbye because, you know, it's never goodbye. You know, so it's never goodbye. We see the twins all the time. You know, we see each other at events, and Teen Wolf will live on forever. So even though your character dies, you will go to all these different Teen Wolf conventions and stuff, and so we always see each other, you know. So I mean, with Crystal's death, it was different because we had this connection, and it was a fun scene to do because as an actor, that kind of stuff is rewarding, you know. It feels good getting to that moment, and it was really easy with doing this scene. It just felt so I don't know, it was easy for me to get to that emotional state because it was you know, part truth, you know. And so I felt good after doing it, but not in like a happy way, but like I don't know, it was rewarding, you know. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I don't know where I'm going with this. It's sad. It's definitely sad. It's absolutely sad. You know, like Crystal said, it's you're kind of losing a part of yourself. And Allison was such a huge part of Scott, and so I still play that in Scott, where he's missing Allison. You know, and so it's definitely affected the character. It's affected me. You know, so it goes all over the board. You know, it's interesting.
Absolutely, Jeff. In this conversation about missing people, it would be remiss to point out that Tyler Hoechlin is not with us tonight. What's up with that?
Well, he was supposed to be here, actually, but I think he's in North Carolina at Wizard World. He had previous plans. But Hoechlin is, we wanted to talk about, he's no longer a series regular on the show. Yes. Hoechlin is, he came to me a little while ago and said, he told me about this experience he had shooting an independent movie, and how it had excited him and scared him, and he wanted to do other things that scared him. I said to him, are you asking me if you can move on? And he said, well, I want to try new things. And I said, all right, well, I'll talk to the network, but we're not going to give you a complete goodbye in the end of the season, because I want to see you back. I don't know. I'm trying to keep my hook in everyone and actually, we met just a couple of weeks ago to talk about possible storylines, and we came up with some stuff we were all really excited about. So while Tyler Hoechlin won't be a series regular anymore, you've not seen the last of Derek Hale.
Ooh. Perfect. I mean, you know, the silver lining, I think, to losing characters is bringing in new characters.
Yeah, we actually, one of the creative things we had talked about creatively as well was that if we were going to lose some adult characters, is it time to refocus on the teens of Teen Wolf in the beginning of season 5? And so we have an actual teen on the show.
Yeah!
Yes. Dylan, what is it like? I mean, you came in. What is it like joining this show?
Be honest.
Come on, baby.
It's great.
It's so full.
I just remember like the first day, or the chemistry reads we did with Dylan and Tyler, and it was amazing. You know, I had never met dudes that were like exactly like me. It was crazy.
We feel the same way, dude.
And I was just like, we feel the same way. No, I was so nervous at first because like I had no idea what to expect, and then I was like, my God, I like my twins. You know? And then I knew from that point on that like going on the show and starting would be so easy and so fun because everyone's like a big family.
Absolutely. Girls, was it the same for you? I mean, coming in, it was obviously like a different storyline. You know, you weren't becoming like a little brother to Scott and Styles, but I mean, you were involved with them. What was your experience like coming on the show?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I missed the first part. It was. Well, I can't say that I thought they were my twins, but it's very similar to Dylan's experience. I felt really welcomed. I think my first week was Crystal's last week, so I've actually not been able to get to know her very well, but I feel like I know her, and I feel like I know the cast of Teen Wolf, and I feel like I've been part of it for a while, even though I haven't. But that's a testament to how they treat me and how welcoming they've been, and I really have no complaints. It's nothing but champagne.
But if you did, this is definitely the platform for
No, this is the moment. Just give me a few seconds. I gotta come. No, champagne problems in my life. This show has been so good to me, and I just love Malia.
Arn, what about you? I mean, Kira was a character that I came in with like a literal thunderbolt, I feel like, in a lot of ways. What do you enjoy about the role she plays in this world?
Oh, I love it. I mean, I feel like I'm growing every day, even as Kira and as myself through it, and it was so great. The cast was so supportive, like everyone said, and right from the beginning, our chemistry was fun.
Hell yeah, oh my God.
So yeah, it was fun. It was really intimidating. I think for me coming in, I was a lot more scared. Even though everybody was welcoming, it's scary to come onto a show that's so established, and there's a family, and there's like a routine and a system going, to kind of come in abruptly. You feel a little bit, scared.
Yeah.
It was good. I like season 5. I'm not the new kid anymore.
Yes, well, let's talk about season 5. I mean, Jeff, what are you comfortable saying about the next stretch of episodes that are coming for these kids?
Allison's coming back?
We've got contracts in the back. Get out the pen. I can tease that it's all about senior year, and it's about the fear of losing your friends after graduation. And it's very much a season of new mysteries. There's a lot of action, a lot of horror. We're constantly challenging ourselves. Can we do bigger and better? And I think what's nice about this season is everyone's sort of a seasoned pro now. So I sit in the writer's room, come out to set, watch the rehearsals, go back to the writer's room with the writers where we slam our heads against the wall. I wrote an email to the crew the other day actually saying it was really nice to be able to go out and see such good morale on set and see so much being done, and then have to go back to the hollow pit of despair that is the writer's room. But no, I'm kidding.
You literally said that in the email.
I did. Yeah. It was a joke. But
I don't think everybody knew it was a joke.
No, it's great. I think what we're going to see is a lot of new stuff from Liam, from Kira, and there is a big refocus on Styles and Scott and their friendship. I've always said this: the real romance on the show is a bromance.
That's right. This is more of a personal question, but how long into season 5 do we have to wait to watch Kira dance again? Because that underground dance rave thing is still one of my favorite things.
What about my moves?
You got good moves too.
You were too good.
But you were really good
Really
dancer,
good.
Shelley.
Really good.
Well, Arden's really good with the sword, so you won't have to wait long for that. But we'll see.
Yeah, you kick ass with that sword. My God.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
How long
I
does
don't
it take to
understand.
get proficient with the sword?
I'm still working on it. No, I definitely, I feel like I should practice more. But I'm very thankful that everybody's so supportive, and, we have a really great team and really wonderful stunt coordinators and stunt performers that just are amazing.
Absolutely. I had asked Twitter for some questions before I came here, and so a couple of them are about season 5, and at Lydia is his first, which sort of tells you where the question is kind of going.
Do you remember what it was?
And there was actually a lot of questions about this, Jeff and the two of you. What's up with the Stydia Detective Agency? Will that come back again? Will we get to see more exploits of these two sleuthing around Beacon Hills.
Sleuth?
Word? I like the pair of them together. They make good detectives together. There's actually a really fun episode where they have to go into Eichen House, which is our sort of Arkham Asylum of monsters of Beacon Hills, and interview someone, ply someone for information. It's going to be a fun episode.
Dylan, Holland, I'm curious, what do you guys think it is about your chemistry that makes the characters' chemistry work so well?
Because we're so different in so many ways, maybe?
Are we different?
Well, we're like similar in ways.
Extremely.
And I guess not. No, we're not.
Couples counseling.
Oh, I finally got it out. Oh, no, I didn't.
He's a bit sick, guys.
Oh.
So now you all know that I'm infecting you as we speak.
My boy's sick.
I don't know. You never, as actors, that's what's weird being the actors. We never know what we're doing. That's you know, we think how we think and we feel how we feel. Like about, you know, I can feel how I feel about my character and a dynamic with another character and Holland as well, you know, and we just kind of apply that and work together and we just react off each other. And, you know, I don't think we're as privy to what makes it great together, you know. That's why you go through things like chemistry tests and everything, and then they decide who they like together.
Powers above and you guys. It's a big question mark.
I got it.
Excited.
Yes.
I have no
yes.
idea.
That's what I needed to do.
Yeah, same for you, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think we get to play more in our scenes together, but you experience play all around a lot of times. So
Right.
This is me just like entering Styles' world and being like, okay, we get to play, and then I, you know. So for me, it was fun, but that's all I really knew as an actor. I didn't know if there would be like chemistry, and so I thought like some of our chemistry in the chemistry room, there was a lot of fun chemistry scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Molotov cocktail scene, and like there was, I remember having a lot of fun. That's about it.
Yeah, it's always fun.
I like that. At more Shelley H wanted
Yes.
to know which
Poor Shelley.
is
All right.
That's me, actually.
it's posing.
That's my Twitter.
It's thoughtful. Thank you for contributing.
Yeah.
Finally, I know.
Wants to know in season 5, what is Malia's living situation? Is she still with her dad? Does she live full time with Styles now?
She's a full-on moocher.
Come on.
I
We're
don't
okay
know.
with it.
Yeah, Styles doesn't seem to mind. I guess her adoptive father doesn't seem to mind. I don't know, Jeff.
We did a scene with her adopted father, Mr. Tate, in the first episode.
I didn't know if I could tell them. Thank you. Yes.
They don't quite know what to say because usually the next day I'm like, what did you say?
I looked petrified on the red carpet out there, by the way.
Well, so did I.
It is a hard show to talk about, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great because I think that moment at the end of last season with, you know, the sheriff sort of being like, oh, let's take you out for pizza was pretty great. I mean, what do you like about her being ushered into that world in such a big way?
Well, she can use all the support she can get. I mean, she just found out her father's not her father. She's still looking for mommy. So it's great to know, I'm sure, in Malia's world where, I mean, everything's been flipped upside down, it's great to know that there's a family there for her at all times.
And she's also under the same roof as the boy she likes. Which
Right. I mean, I don't recommend that to you guys back at home. Just be careful. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
We don't touch on that.
right, there's a very sensible cutaway that like to a fireplace
Yes.
or something.
Very, very practical. Guest bedroom. Yeah.
Guest bedroom kids.
So like
Yeah.
curtains billowing
Oh,
in the
God.
wind.
Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite scenes is when we've got the chains for, you know, it's going to be the full moon, and Malia's afraid she's going to transform and hurt people, and Styles is telling her it's going to be okay. And he's got, you know, balls and chains and the whole ordeal. And, you know, once he comes in, he's like, I don't even want to know. I think that was so perfect for their relationship.
Where were the balls?
Yeah, where were the balls?
I don't know. I made that up. Thanks for pointing that out. You cannot let they don't let anything go. It's great.
I just want to keep just letting you talk. I'm
No,
not
don't
asking
do
you
that.
Question.
Don't do that.
Jeff, from like a writing standpoint, what do you feel like you gain comedy-wise or relationship-wise from having the two of them under the same roof?
Well, it does give us a lot more seats in the same location. Sometimes deciding whether somebody has a living place or not is purely budgetary. It's how many bedrooms can we fit on our stage, and would we get more mileage out of building a holding cell off the sheriff's station? So we built a holding cell off the sheriff's station this season. Malia still sleeps with Styles.
In the holding cell.
Okay. I'm just going to let that one hang there. Another question from @CSI924Girl was, if Teen Wolf could do a crossover with any show past or present, what show would you like your character to be on?
Friends.
That was awesome.
We have not talked about that at
That
all.
was not planned at all.
And we said it at the exact same time.
Amazing.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that
Who's
what-
Chandler and who's Joey?
Joey.
Cool.
Richard is Tyler Hecklin,
There you
the
go.
guy with the beard. Yeah.
The mustache.
Mustache.
He has a mustache, not a
Facial
beard.
hair.
Come on.
All right,
Actually,
what about you? What show should Kira be on?
Oh, I don't know. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Excellent
Nice.
choice. I mean, she's got the skills. She can make it in that town.
I hope so.
I mean, I feel like Lost, I don't know. I mean, they already have a hatch, so maybe they...
Oh, I think, I said in the past, like, Lydia would sell blue meth, like, with Bryan Cranston. Like, she would, like, have a really great side business. Or she could be, like, split between Monica, sure, right? That's like all my guest spots put in one. I mean, yeah, I would say cleaning with Monica, and I'm the spoiledness of Rachel, and I guess in Holland, in real life, is... I guess Phoebe. I mean, really. I love
Hilarious!
Lisa Kudrow. I love Lisa Kudrow. She is such a talented actress. But you know you wanted to be Rachel. Like, you know it. She had the good hair, and you're like, come on. Oh, fine, I'll be quirky. But yeah, I would say Lydia's probably like Rachel and Monica. I don't know. All this stuff.
You are so Phoebe.
You're so Phoebe.
You're so Phoebe.
But I love, Friends. Yeah.
Embrace it.
There you go. Crystal, I'm guessing, would have to be The Walking Dead.
Yes.
Probably, right?
I feel like it should say Vampire Diaries or something. But that's such a hard question. You mean as her in her present state, what would she?
No, I think you can go with her being an alive person.
Right.
Yeah. we can go for any sort of rules we want here in this game asked by CSI924Girl.
Yes. No. I feel like she might be kind of cool and badass on maybe Homeland or something super smart.
Nice.
I like
Next to Claire Danes.
Yeah.
There you go. Do you have a good cry face? We don't know you have a good cry face. What am I talking
My
about?
cry face is so pathetically ugly. It is. No, because it's a real cry face. Like it's, you can find it's all over the internet. It's like, nasty, contorted cry face. I don't cry pretty. Ask Jeff.
Because it's real.
Because it's real.
Because it's so
'Cause
real.
I bleed for my
I don't
art.
remember critiquing your cry face.
No, it's not a pretty one though.
Shelley, where should Malia show up?
I think she'd be hysterical on Orange is the New Black.
Yeah. That's awesome. Oh my God.
Funny. That would be funny.
I like that. Dylan, Sprayberry, any shows?
I mean, I feel like it wouldn't make any sense, but I'd definitely be on Sons of Anarchy.
You gotta get him a leather jacket, Jeff.
Yeah.
You gotta get him a leather jacket and a motorcycle.
With a
Who's he
wolf
got
on the
one?
back.
Yeah.
That's my patch. The lone wolf.
No more motorcycles.
Another question from Teen Wolf Argentina wants each of you to describe your character in one word.
Oh, that's original.
Listen, I did not ask it. I'm just relaying. And we're gonna make you start now.
All right, make me start.
Original.
Original. Joey. No. It is pretty hard, actually. My God.
I'll go.
Okay, thank
Honest.
Neo.
There you go.
Awkward.
Is that a Matrix comment?
Yes.
Okay.
You just
Awkward, I like that one.
Shout them out as they come to you.
Go show.
Real life.
Heroic.
Oh, I went honest.
I like heroic.
Yeah.
Protector.
Loyal.
Loyal. That's a good one.
Loyal.
For you or him?
For him, I
For me.
Me?
Was it a good one for her?
We're clearly writers.
Oh, it's just for everybody.
I would say layered. Like smart, Yeah, awesome. She thinks she's awesome. That's, counts for something.
Eclectic.
So, yeah, sure, awesome. Purely character-based, awesome.
Oh, no.
You got me.
Sorry, dude.
I need some hand sanitizer for my face.
Just coughed right in his face.
You coughed right in my face.
It's okay. This is going well. All right, moving on. From @TeenWolfOasis, if you could change one thing about your character, what would it be? And don't mind the fact that Jeff is here.
Oh, I know. Yeah. She would wear flats. She would wear sneakers. She would wear like those murals, those like old lady shoes, like the really ugly ones, like the
Yeah,
so
Jeff,
I want to clarify this.
Merrills, that's it.
The request for high heels comes from Holland.
Yes, it does, but if I got to choose as Holland, but yes, Lydia should remain in high heels. That's her character. But Holland's comfort level would be flat.
I saw this online one day where they make me wear high heels, and I'm like, Holland, you can wear whatever you want.
No, but she should wear high heels.
What do you want to wear? She's like, no, she should wear high heels.
She
I'm
should
like,
wear high heels.
Then why are you saying that?
I don't like high heels,
Why
but
are you saying we make you wear high heels?
I mean, I feel like if you audition for a character, you can't just choose it because you want it as a person. So, in like the perfect world, yeah.
Actor dedicated to her craft.
A complex
I applaud that.
conversation about high heels.
Is it crucial to you guys that Lydia has high heels?
Yes.
Oh,
okay. It's part of the character.
Yeah. I heard about 3 S's, so that works.
The same way plaid is styles. So.
Yeah. Again, like we don't really.
So don't come to me about plaid.
You guys are looking at the clothes, right? No, I'm not coming, dude. I know you don't care what we wear, man. Oh, all right. Well, then I don't know anything.
I want to be naked more this season. Is that? I'm gonna start right now, damn it!
You're not shirtless ever anymore.
Start now. I know, I haven't been shirtless for a while.
Not me either.
And you've been working out pretty
And I've been working out. Jeff, have me be shirtless, please.
That's
one thing I would change about my character. I would be shirtless more.
Is that a request you get a lot on the show, Jeff?
No.
More shirtlessness from the
Actually,
actors?
there was a time where, Posey, I remember you saying, why can't I wear long sleeves? It was because he wanted to get more tattoos.
I wanted to be covered in tattoos.
Yeah.
But I got my leg tattooed instead. So now I wear long shorts.
We try not to make them too uncomfortable. And then if they say no, I say, get up there and you take your damn shirt off.
You get more used to being naked. I remember, I had a shower scene this season, and I almost have no pretense anymore. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. I used to, freak out and be like, no, I've got to work out for it. And it's like, okay, whatever, fine. It's like an old marriage. We just don't care anymore. It's like, fine, I'll be naked, yeah.
Well, the difficult thing about it is it creates some very unrealistic expectations for the audience because all the guys do push-ups before their shirtless scenes. In between takes, they're doing 40 push-ups to make sure they don't.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have to.
So I feel bad for all the teenage boys out there who now have this impossible standard that they have to replicate. Sorry.
Hey, I know how
You all must have abs and pecs.
That's a good point.
Where were we? Oh, right. Change about your character. Shelley, does anything come to mind for something you'd like to see from Malia?
I just made the I don't know face, and then you called
You
me.
did, I saw.
It's a really difficult one.
The suggestion that actually came with the tweet was she probably wants to be good at math.
Well, but then it wouldn't be funny. I don't know.
That's okay. Nothing is a perfectly
What about
fine.
being vegetarian? Would you want to be a vegetarian?
No.
Want to eat rabbits?
No, I would never eat a rabbit.
But
You're trying to help.
I was helping.
I just realized what you were doing.
I mean, Dylan, what about you? You've now been playing Styles for going on 5 years.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that you just love everything about him at this point, or are you like, I wish I could also wear less high heels?
No, No, I'm cool with the high heels. Holland's just, you know, plainer. I wear those things and I'm fine. I wouldn't change a damn thing about Styles.
Yeah,
I
baby.
love him. I totally enjoy the character. I love anything that they throw at me and any situation that he's in. And I always just find very funny or just awesome. I don't know. Thanks, guys. Thanks for loving the show so much. Yeah, I love him.
I mean, does that sort of, at this point, I mean, when you guys have the show and your characters are still being built, Arden and Dylan, I mean, do you feel like you just want to embrace it all and take it all in like a sponge at this point still?
Yeah, I mean, for myself, I don't think I changed anything about Kira except for just, I mean, this season's perfect because I feel like she's starting to really own into who she is. And so I love it. I think it's fun. Can't wait to see where it goes.
Neither can we. What about you, Sprayberry? I mean, do you feel like it's all still sort of coming to you for the first time, so it's all just exciting and new?
I wish I could dress like a lumberjack. I wish I had like a beard and an axe and like a hat.
Dylan, you asked me if I care. When he shows me his ideas, I'm like, no, you're not wearing
Yeah, right, exactly.
No, you're not wearing that either.
No, you're right, you do. At that point.
It'll happen one day.
It'll happen one day.
When you show up with an axe in a scene, you'll know where it all started.
You grow excellent facial hair.
Yeah.
At 16, I could not grow the beard that you can grow at
16, I couldn't even grow hair on my head. Still just like a baby.
I don't know how you do it, man.
I don't know.
What's your secret?
Water.
Water.
Cool. You gotta do it now.
This is
Spontaneous.
now been committed to.
That just happened.
There you go.
I'm burping.
I'm so scared now.
That was awesome, bro. Please don't throw anything else.
I'm gonna go throw up real quick.
Do I have time to go to the bathroom real quick? Okay, okay. I understand. I didn't think.
I mean, you did
I thought
not just
maybe if
try
I brought it up as like a crowd thing, it could be. I could like get away with
But
it.
they would all have to go with.
But it's just not.
I'd be like,
allowed.
yeah, go to the
Okay.
You thought you were gonna get people chanting to go
Yeah.
to the
I'd be like, let's see if I can get back in time.
Who wants Dylan to go to the bathroom?
It's fine. It's fine.
It's out of my control.
Let's go.
I
Let's
just want to go with you.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem.
Makes it worse.
Jeff, let me ask you. I mean, you've now been in some of these cases for 5 seasons and some less. I mean, what excites you about the stories you're going to get to tell in the upcoming season with these characters?
You know, it's interesting because we're shooting episode 64 right now, I think, which is amazing to me that a show called Teen Wolf has gone that long. It really is amazing. But it's exciting to put them in new situations. Every season we try to think, okay, how do we make the characters grow? What changes about the characters this year? How do we challenge them? How do we challenge them as actors as well?
Yeah.
And these actors keep getting better and better. And it's amazing to see how much, especially like Dylan and Tyler have grown, having known them from teenage boys on the pilot stage. So we're always trying to give them new things to do. I love 3B, where Dylan got to be a bad guy. I think some of the... I was watching that, and the moment where he says, "You can't kill me, I'm 1,000 years old," I still get chills. That was phenomenal. It's better than most villains in the movies I see. He should be in the Avengers or something.
I just missed it.
But
I just missed it.
but it's when you see that, you want to write more, and you want to try to figure out more. And I have a great team of writers: Angela, Eric, Ian, Will, and they're all working really hard to come up with what are the. We approach it as fans ourselves. What do we want to see these characters do? How do we want to see? One of the things, there's a tiny little exercise we always do when we're banging our heads against the wall and we're really frustrated in the room. I say, okay, stop. What are 5 scenes we'd like them to see? And it's like, it'll start with, I want to see Kira in a sword fight with someone in some scene here. I want to see You're not in the writer's room. But we try to treat ourselves as fans first of the show.
Absolutely. And, mentioning the 3B arc with Styles, I think for a lot of people that was a huge moment that they are still obsessed with based on the fan reaction. And I'm curious, for you guys, what are some of your favorite moments from the show? Does anything jump out as something that was either super cool to film or just something, not to say you sit at home and watch your own show, but,
I do.
The set designs are incredible on the show, and I'm always commenting when we're actually filming them, but ironically, my favorite scene is all the White Room stuff. That was not CGI, it was actually that big, it was incredible. And the playing Go with the new Gitsune, seeing the two of them, Aaron and who plays the new Gitsune, and having to go in and audition, which, auditioning sucks, and the guy comes in, Aaron comes in, and you get the audition based on a walk and a growl. You don't really see his face, you don't get to see his eyes. And I thought he was incredible, and then he and Dylan played together, amazing. I loved it.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
She almost swore.
It was so close.
But she stopped it. That's.
I thought you were about to say phenomenal.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say
That's
I thought she was
right, ladies and gentlemen. Phenomenal with a PH. Monopoly.
Phenomenal.
Friend's joke, okay.
Missed it.
Favorite moments?
It always has to be the pilot for me, I guess, just because that's where it all started, and it's such a trip to think back to. We were 18 when we did it, and just for me too, it was the first time being on a set and doing something. It was just crazy. It's kind of a blur, but really vivid at the same time. I do remember so much from it, but at the same time, I'm just I was a completely different person in mind on set. It's just so interesting. I was such a kid, and I was so new to acting at all. It was like I was blacking out all the time, the whole time, but also retaining it. Yeah, it's just really weird.
I think you did black out when we hung you upside down, right?
Yep, yes I did. Yes I did. Because again, it's first time on a set, I'm just game to do whatever. Let's do it. Yeah, let's go. You good? I'm fine. Let's go. And then I started passing out. And that was good training, because you have to do that stuff sometimes as an actor. Pass out.
If you were just to give a percentage, how many of your actors have you almost killed over the last 5 years?
All of them.
At some point or another.
Killed? I don't know.
Well, we try not to put them in dangerous situations.
Joe, I'm going to continue asking the actors, but for you, you've written almost all of these moments. What are some of your favorite moments on Teen Wolf?
I can't take credit for all of them, but actually,
you write every word that's on the show.
Some of my favorite moments have been just the comedy scenes. I love. I'll tell you one of my favorite moments that I had to do in a rewrite that wasn't there. It wasn't there in the first draft, and I was feeling like the scene didn't quite have the emotional punch I wanted it to have. It was the hug at the MRI. You guys remember that?
I was going to say the same thing.
Because we had talked in the writer's room, there needs to be a moment where Scott says to Styles, if this doesn't work, I'll take care of it. I'll give you the bite. And we tried it in the previous episode, and we were thinking maybe it would come down in a later episode. And I'm sitting there with the production draft trying to fix this moment and thinking, no, he should say it right here. And the way they played it on screen, that turned out to be one of my favorite moments of that season. And partially because it's the show is very much about friendship. There's romance in the show, there's comedy, but when it comes down to it, what I like about the romances too is they start as friendships. And that Lydia and Styles, who knows where their relationship will ever go, but we know that they make great friends as well. And I love the friendship between Scott and Styles. That's one of the most joyful things for me to write and see be made by these actors on screen. Because in high school, as some young writers are, I was a very lonely kid. And that was the friendship I wished I had had for myself.
Tyler, you said you were going to pick that moment as well?
I was, yeah. Anything with me and Dill, I agree, the pilot, but the emotional... Well, yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there! Yeah! Anything that we have to go pee really bad.
Dude, it's...
Okay, then please go. I do not want you to.
Do we have time? Can
Yes,
I'll
you can
be so-
100.
I'm
Go.
gonna answer.
I didn't realize this was like like got to the point of injury for you.
You're good. You're run. Run.
It's amazing the freedom we have on this show. Here and if you. Yeah,
After I answer my
that's
question, I'm gonna do the same thing. I think I really have to go pee too.
We can...
Anything with Dill emotional stuff is he and I are so there for each other. Like when we were doing the motel scene, after every take, we would literally just hug each other, and that kind of stuff just really sticks out to me. You know, he and I have this a bond I've never had with anyone who's not my family before. You know, and it holds true every day, every time we're on set with each other. You know, we're really there for one another, and anytime I do anything emotional with him is it's huge, man. It's impactful. I love it. It leaves its mark.
Nice. You know. Crystal, I would love to ask you the same question. I mean, favorite moments from your time?
I think I have to, agree about the pilot as something I'll never, ever forget. But, I was thinking about this the other day, and the scene at the end of season 1 with Ian and Jill when he kills my aunt. Ian was so there for me, and it was so amazing. And I remember being on set. It's difficult because for those of you who don't know, you film one thing and then you turn around and you film another thing, and oftentimes the other actor doesn't really give you anything to work off of. Well, sometimes they don't. And Ian was just there for me every second of the way, and oftentimes he was just performing this amazing thing, and it was so easy for me to connect to my aunt dying, and it was such an emotional moment for me, and I feel like for that scene,
That was impressive. That was good.
Fast.
And I feel like that was such a great moment for me, and I love him. I caught the end of the last season, and he's such a good villain.
Yeah.
He's like always surprises me with his delivery, so I think that might have to be it.
Absolutely. Well, working off this, we have a question from the Paley app. Void Studio 26 asks, what has been your favorite season of the show? And here's how we're going to do this. Everybody close your eyes, and I'm just going to go one by one. You raise your hand when it's your favorite season. This way you can't be influenced by anyone else. Everyone close your eyes. Raise your hand if your favorite season is season 1.
I can't answer this question.
Okay,
Yeah,
hands down. Raise your hand if your favorite season is season 2. I see how this is going to go. All right, season 3. Season 4. And season 5. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know season 5 was.
Do we vote on
We're
all
gonna do
of
that
them?
one.
Mostly.
Oh, damn it.
It's okay.
I took it seriously.
Do we get to know?
Everyone pretty much picked all of them.
Except for me, I picked season
They
1.
did not play by the rules. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so at this point, we are going to open it up to fan questions in the audience.
I'm gonna go pee.
Okay, so the first question cannot be proposed. So just raise your hand and wait for the microphone because the people on the live stream need to hear you. And we are going to start with this lady right here in the green, I think it's green jacket?
Yes.
Do we ever learn Styles' real name? Styles' real name?
Are we good?
Is that for me?
Yeah.
As if one of the actors would answer that.
The writing room knows the first letter of his name, and they're trying to get it out of me. But
I mean, I feel like this is what
I'm
you
still
should say.
deciding if I want, like, the last episode of the show, you see it written down somewhere.
I think it should be something totally normal, and for whatever reason, Styles just doesn't like.
It's not. It's a real name, but I have to look at it to remember how to spell it.
Wow.
So the complete opposite of my idea is happening.
Yeah.
It's just Jarrett with 1 R and 2 T's, Jeff, just so you know. All right, our next question is right over here. This, I think it's a blue sweater? Yes, perfect. You seem to. Oh, it's a
Hi. It's not really a question about the show. It's my best friend's birthday today, and I'm going to embarrass her. Teen Wolf is our favorite show, and I was wondering if everyone can sing happy birthday to her, because that would be a really awesome gift.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Really good.
Find a key.
What's her name?
We need a name.
Oh, yeah.
Mahala?
Marilyn?
Marilyn? Marilyn?
Marilyn or Marilyn?
Take it away, Posey.
Happy birthday
To you.
Let's everyone do it.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Marilyn. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. How did it feel?
That was very, very sweet. Where are the microphone people?
I know.
Oh, okay. There's a girl behind you, sir, in a maroon shirt. Yep. Yep. There you go.
Hi. I was wondering, in the original Teen Wolf, I see a lot of similarities between Lewis, I think, and Liam. I was wondering if you were still finding any ways to take ideas from the original either movie or cartoon and incorporate it into the seasons now.
I had to think who was Lewis in the
He was the one that was
yeah.
like with Scott a lot.
Yes, I remember. And he's the one who he's the only one who's scared of Scott in the movie. Yeah. I remember that. You know, we like our little homages, but I think we've kind of stopped doing that. Since season 2 had basically a walking lizard, we kind of feel like we left the movie behind at that point.
Cool. Thank you very much. Sure, that girl right there.
Hello. I just wanted to know if Daniel Sharman's coming back.
I talked to Daniel the other day. We're not sure.
All right.
I talked to him the other day. No.
Yep, up there.
Does Danny come back?
We'll see. I don't like to make too many promises because then I end up on a phone with an agent saying, "You said he'd come back."
We have a gift of it from PaleyFest. You said it.
Yeah.
Awesome. How about right up there, the girl in the black?
Me? Hi, guys. I met Holland in Sydney, Australia last year as well.
She's right up
Over here.
Oh, there you are.
I guess I just wanted to ask if you guys could work with any actor on the show, who would it be and why?
On the show.
On our show?
Yeah.
If we could work with any actor that's already on our show?
Well, this is just gonna get...
Any actor in the world.
Oh, if we could have them on our show.
Yeah.
Oh, we could have them on our show.
I was confused too.
If
Okay,
you could
cool.
work with anyone you wanted.
Chris Pratt.
Robert De Niro.
I'd put Bryan Cranston on the show in a
Oh, then
heartbeat.
maybe Lydia would sell some meth.
Michael Pitt.
Jason Mewes.
We can make that happen.
That was realistic.
Jessica Lange.
Oh, I love Jessica Lange.
I would.
Who would you work with?
Julianne Moore.
This is a very
She's looking
exciting
to do
guest
it.
star season on Teen Wolf. I like
Show
it.
right now.
Love it, jam-packed. How about the girl in the blue sweat? Oh, sure.
So much blue.
I know. I don't, this is fun.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
If you got to choose any other animal besides a werewolf, what would you choose?
Raccoon.
Yeah.
Those things are crazy. Yeah, those things. Raccoons are so nasty. Has anyone ever? Have you ever had an encounter with a raccoon?
Oh, they're gnarly.
Yeah. They'll kill you.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We have a pet possum on
Very
set,
afraid of
so maybe a
too.
possum.
Yeah, pet possum.
These are deadly animals.
I know.
Panda bears are pretty deadly
Raccoons
too.
are scary.
Yeah, raccoons are crazy.
Raccoons
but
aren't
They won't stop.
totally scary.
I'd be a kangaroo.
Be a
personally.
leech. Suck on things.
A ladybug. Oh, so cute.
A little ladybug.
Oh, I'd be a dinosaur.
Yeah,
That would be fun.
They really
That's what I
won't
would
stop.
do. Yep.
Oh my god.
That would be amazing.
Tiger.
Really
This
cool.
is devolving very quickly.
Thank you very much. All right.
Name something.
Turtle.
Yeah, buddy.
Teen turtle.
Where are the mic people?
wanna
Yep,
pick
back
one.
there in the, sure.
Hi, I love you guys. I was wondering, do you
We
guys...
love you.
Thank you.
I love that.
Do you guys play pranks on set?
Not so much anymore.
We have so much fun as it is. We don't need pranks in order to like keep the fun up. You know what I mean? We have a good balance of like professionalism and just greatness. What? What happened?
I feel like Arden is dubious.
Arden, what do you do?
Yeah.
guys did more in the
artist.
first
Pranks on me.
What do I do? Oh, I scare her. Is that a prank?
Kinda.
I just go like this.
You're really scared.
Oh, yeah.
He does it in the dark all the time, and our
I
set
do
is
it.
really scary when it's dark. Woo!
Oh, Charlie.
Charlie has a question.
You have a question?
Questions. This one really wants a question.
Hang on. We're getting him a
This
microphone.
one really wants it.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, guys. Danny wanted me to ask a question.
Yes, stranger.
I just want to know if we can all hang out.
Yes! Woo! Give me a range.
Of course. I'll check my schedule. Don't you have
We got a question for you. Oh, it's Dylan. Dylan, this is a question for you.
Me, Dill?
Who do you have the biggest bromance with?
Me, Dill, or Lil Dill? Me, Dill?
You, Dylan.
Me, Dill.
O'Brien.
Yeah, I guess the
Tyler
me, Dill,
Posey or Will Poulter? That's not a nice question.
Yeah, why are we doing this?
We don't
Why are you
compare.
guys so like happy to
Answer the
ask
question.
that question?
Answer the question.
It's like, yes, we're gonna put him on the spot. He's gonna be so uncomfortable. Yes, he's gonna hate this. Yes, now he's gonna get critiqued on what he says. Yes.
We don't quantify.
I want to. Can I pick somebody? Can I pick somebody?
Yes.
I like. What are you on the very right with the tank top? It says, "Please beat bed, please beach,
please.
Beach, please. Beard."
Oh, beach, please, like.
Oh,
Oh,
can we give
beach,
her the
please.
microphone, sir? Oh, he's so running the other way. He's sorry.
Oh, I know.
Just scream it. He's
I
coming.
know.
We have to for the stream. So can we give it to this girl
Yes.
in the beach, please,
Is it
tank?
It is.
That's so funny.
Yeah, no, cool. Pass it along.
Let's all be friends and just pat.
Just
there we
throw
go.
it at her.
This is good.
As hard as you can.
I love
Throw
this
it.
teamwork.
Oh my, this is a dream. Thank you so much. I just want to say, you guys, it's more of a statement. Thank you for helping me getting through my sophomore, junior, senior, and first year of college. Teen Wolf aired, and my mom told me, you know, let's watch it together. So it's always been a mother-daughter every Monday
Oh,
night.
that's awesome.
And Dylan, my mom loves you. Mommy, I love you so much. I'm from Orlando, so I'm
She's
visiting.
right there. Is that her right there?
Yes, she's on.
She's in the
I'm
phone.
gonna film it for her.
Is she wait? She's winning.
Oh no, it's no.
I was like, when'd she have you? When she was -3?
This is all on video. But
Yeah.
my hometown loves you guys. We watch you guys every Monday
Awesome.
night. Well, when I was in high school, it was our little lunch crew. But thank you so much for getting me through my high school years.
Oh.
And Allison, your death was very traumatic for all of us. Like, I've watched TV shows nonstop, like Friends, and that hurt. Like, we were on group chat and Skyping crying with my friends who are guys. Yeah, and so it was I'm shaking so bad, but thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad I chose you. That was awesome.
All right, we're going back here.
That was really sweet.
Hi, I love you guys. This
here.
is for Lydia. Does Lydia find love in season 5?
You mean it's a Jeff Davis question?
Well, she only has 4 scripts so far, 5 scripts.
I don't know. I have gotten in trouble in the past because I don't realize what I can't say. And so I'm so scared to say anything. My boss is right there.
That's a big fat yes.
I don't know. That could be a no. I don't know.
I'm just happy to know I have you in the grip of fear.
Yes, that's the answer. I'm in the grip of fear for my love interest. That is it.
Bliss.
Thank you. Yep.
Jeff, do you want to add anything to that question?
I know it's
You'll have to watch and see.
All right.
Oh,
It may-
so
it may
lame.
not, she may not end up with the person you think she does at first.
It's Malia.
It's
All right,
Allison.
and then, this is gonna be our last question. So it's I know it's not me. We could stay here all night if it was up to me. We're gonna go right there.
Hello. This question is for Jeff and Dylan O'Brien. Kind of on the vein of finding out Styles' first name, does he ever take his shirt off in the series? Since we were talking about it before.
I have long left that up to Mr. O'Brien to decide.
Really?
Yes.
I thought it was like a rule. But yeah, I mean,
Well,
I
but-
mean,
but
I'm not.
didn't-
Trust me, I'm not laying it on you. If it was up to me, it'd be
Didn't
no.
we sort of agree at a certain point that we'd passed it?
That,
Yeah.
that it was now impossible for Styles to take his shirt off?
Yeah, so then we started like coming up
Look,
with
have you
ideas
seen
to
the
joke
first
about.
time? He looks great in the first time.
You do.
There's your Dylan O'Brien shirtless scene. You did. You look great.
Thanks, buddy.
Let's do one more question.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to pick it? Do you want to pick it?
one more
Tyler,
question?
Tyler, do you want to pick it?
I want to pick. I want to
Okay.
pick. Come on, give it to me, guys. Come on, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. You in the Teen Wolf shirt. You, the curly, beautiful hair.
Yep, it's coming.
Here it
right
comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
It's coming.
Can we hug Dylan?
Okay, next question. We need one more.
What the heck is wrong with you?
One more. You with the jean jacket. Yes. You. I'm sorry. I think that's illegal. I don't know if it's allowed.
It's illegal in the United States.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, thank you for calling on me. We have the same name, so that's cool.
You and I?
Yeah, my
Nice.
name's Tyler.
It's awesome.
So, do you guys have a favorite line that your character has ever said?
Dear.
I do, yes. Scott, or Deaton's told Scott one time, so is it Deaton's line? It's kind of Scott's line, that life can't be all bad or all good. And that quote alone has gotten me through a lot of stuff. So that is my favorite line. Life can't all be good or all bad. Regression to the mean.
It was actually, I think, didn't we talk about this? I was going through a rough time in my 20s, and it was something my twin brother told me. And some of the best stuff in your writing comes from real life. And it was a moment of him saying, look, I know you feel terrible right now, but there's this thing called regression to the mean where life can't always be good or always be bad. It eventually just has to come back to the middle. And it seemed like something that would be perfect for Scott. And I actually am really happy to hear that it affected you personally.
Big time, man. It's changed my life. It's true.
I'd like to know, Crystal, what's one of your favorite lines?
I can't remember. There's so many, but I can remember specific circumstances, but I can't remember the actual line, and I don't want to. It's your words, so I don't want to fuck it up. Sorry.
Yes, yes, yes! We got a swear word.
But I remember a lot of like the end of season 2 when Tyler and I are breaking up. There's some very specific lines in there, and then with Kate, or with Mr. Stilinski. She says so many great, prolific things, and I don't want to misquote you.
I love it when you say, actually, in that scene, there's no such thing as fate, and he says back
There's
to
no
you,
such thing as
werewolves.
werewolves.
That's it.
Yeah, that was great. That's one of my favorite moments.
All right, well, I cannot think of a better place to say thank you so much to the Teen Wolf cast.
Thank you, guys.
To everyone here.
Oh, my
Haley,
God.
and to the Yahoo have a good
Oh, wow.
night.